Do you know how much we like gloating as executives? We love it. We have egos. When you're the president of a team or the owner of a team or the GM of a team, man, you have an ego. And I guess my ego over under from being president to not being president, or from being not president to being president, I would say my ego over under went from 9.5 to 10.5. So it wasn't a huge jump, but it's a jump nonetheless. But one of the things that really feeds it, and I'm talking like when you can eat chuckles at a movie theater, just something that feels so right, like a handful of good and plenty with some black jelly beans as a chaser. When you make a trade and what happens is what you said would happen. The Boston Red Sox right now, they are scooping up the good and plenty. They're eating the soup crackers. They are swimming in a sea of chowder because maybe Craig Breslow knows exactly what he was doing the whole time by getting rid of Devers. And maybe I was just right by telling you it's addition by subtraction. The Red Sox completed their sweep of the Orioles. They are 15 games over 500, ladies and gentlemen. And do you know when the last time the Boston Red Sox were 15 games over 500? I'd like you to fashion a guess. And if you don't have a 2 and a 1 in it, then you're not going to get it right. 2021. That was the last time. The Red Sox, what aren't they doing right? Every other day, it seems like they're bringing up young players. They've got young players. They complement those young players with veterans. They sign a guy who I assumed was finished, and I mean finished in more ways than one. Aroldis Chapman, the guy won't give up a hit. Forget a run. He won't give up a hit. 37-year-old is pulling like a Clemens, and I just hope to God it's needleless, which I assume it is because he hasn't been caught yet. But my God, and I don't say yet, I'm saying he's fine. But the guy, he's 37. He's got a 1.04 earned run average. Something's going on with Chapman that he's throwing a buck two at 37. No hits allowed in his last 14 appearances. Closing games for a team that's 38 and 24 since they got rid of who was supposed to be their best and certainly highest paid player. Tell me where the Red Sox went wrong in that trade. Because fans didn't like it? Because media members didn't like it? I must say, Coca, that one of the most frustrating parts of the job is when you believe that you know something that other people don't know, but they act as though they've got the same amount of information or the same amount of acumen. That is often fed by ego, but likely buttressed by talent and buttressed by reality. Executives know more. That's why they're executives. You can talk about nepotism. That's fine. You can talk about the fact that you play fantasy football. That's fine. The reality is that the people who are in the job, whether they get fired or not, to get the job in the first place, you got to know what you're doing on the baseball side or the football side. And it's a different sort of skill level. I can tell you that Craig Breslow can't communicate with people. I can tell you that he's too analytically focused. I can tell you that him, as smart as he is from Yale, him running an operation like that as a CEO, which is what you are of the baseball department, is not a smart move as a first job. I can tell you all those things. But the reality is that what I also will tell you is that the ability for players to evaluate other players when it's not about a player just backing up his teammate to try to get paid more by the team, where it's you against the man and that clubhouse gels against the front office. But when you talk to a player about evaluating other players who they don't have an emotional attachment to, they see things, they feel things that other people don't feel. The reason why you try to have players around your front office, but not necessarily running your front office, is that the business side they may not have, but the evaluation side, you want to take advantage of that. You want to have special assistants who are players because they know what they're looking at with players. They may not be able to run your business, so you don't have them. Derek Jeter is a great example of that, but the examples go on and on. He can't run a business, but I would certainly ask him, hey, who's a good shortstop? And he would say Volpe, of course. All of you who are so angry with the Cowboys, just take a look at the Red Sox. Please, for me, all of you who are so sure that the Packers are now Super Bowl contenders, would you take a look at the San Francisco Giants? Please, for me,